Ladies and gentlemen, here we are back again. It is quarterfinal number one, game number two. It is Ourk against Grubby. Grubby was able to take game number one after proxying a Stargate on GSL Taldarim. Or is it still GSL Taldarim or is it just Taldarim Alta LE? We were on Taldarim Alta, so that's about it. And Grubby proxy stargated, then he sacrificed nearly all of his void rays, but then his gateway force was still superior to the forces of Ourk, and in the long run he was able to deny an expansion while expanding himself quite a bit, and in the end he was coming out of this match as the victor. Now we have Grubby here spawning as the green Protoss. In the bottom left we have Ourk here as the yellow Terran in the bottom right, and once again, if this is round 6 here on the Competo Cup, and tonight round 6 means it is already the quarterfinal of the tournament. And speaking of tournaments, next Wednesday, so I'm not talking like the day after tomorrow, I'm talking like Wednesday in 9 days, part 1 of my tournament will start and get going. It will be the qualifier. The qualifier will be a $50 prize pool. You can check the link to it in about 1 day. I will post it on Team Liquid in the tournament thread. I will post it on my Facebook page, on my Twitter page, nearly everywhere, on all the comment sources. And everybody can participate in this tournament. Place number 1 will get a $50 prize and a slot in this 8-man invitational. Then after that I will have 1 or 2 more qualifiers and then the main event running. Because I have to delay the main event because many players I want in this tournament, and those players told me, okay, I can play for a tournament, no problem, but they're on lands, they're in Korea, like Whitera, like Morrow, etc., etc. I want those guys in the tournament. I talk to them, and because they're currently playing in the World Championship GSL tournament series, I have to wait a little bit longer. So, so I decided not to only have a 1 qualifier, but have 3 qualifiers instead. And so the first day will be Wednesday in 9 days. So I'm happy that finally I was able to get this thing going. Of course, last week I was in Vienna, did not have too much time to plan, etc., etc. But next Wednesday, remember it, part 1 of the Special MJ Tournaments series. More information will be given in the upcoming days, and of course I can provide you with the tournament links later on. Meanwhile, let's take a look what Ourk is doing. He's doing basically the same thing he was doing every time. Nice job, by the way, here to scout what's going on for in terms of any proxy, any hidden pylons here. So with this Reaper, he was scouting out everywhere if there are any proxy pylons, hidden pylons or not. Then he decided to go for the command center. The logical follow-up with this build by Ourk is 2 more barracks, so he's not even thinking about changing his build. And going with the same build is a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. I mean, the good thing is you have the timings perfect, you know when to build what, etc., etc. But the disadvantage of going for the same build every time is basically already said. Going for the same build every time is not giving you much versatility. You can't become predictable, and if your opponent is predicting your moves, that's basically it. So what is Grubby doing? He's having a Stargate. So now the question, of course, will be, does he know? And Ourk does not know about the Stargate. He knows about this pylon, but he does not know about the Stargate. But I really like the choice here of Grubby to go for the Phoenixes instead of the Void Rays. Of course, on bigger maps here, like Shakura's Plateau, having more mobile units when you're not able to proxy the Stargate. Having more mobile units is quite a good thing, and every SCV which is picked up is quite a good thing here as well. Of course, Phoenix is not doing too much damage here to an orbital command. It's like sentries taking orange release. It's like, yeah, stop tickling me, and that's basically about it. So Ourk now finished with this orbital command. What is the follow-up by Grubby? Grubby needs to expand, and he is actually expanding. But where? Here, hidden expand in the top left, so this is really, really interesting, of course. This expansion is not that vulnerable of a hidden expansion compared to a hidden expansion on other maps, because yes, this is basically the only entrance to the expansion right now as well. So if Grubby controls one or two Zellnagar watchtowers, or just his general vision of Ourk's forces, and then he will still be able to protect this base quite well. And but to be honest, I'm not sure if it's actually necessary to go for the hidden expansion. I mean, if I would be in his position, okay, now he's doing a scan, he's seeing, okay, there's no expansion, and maybe he's sacrificing another scan to see, oh, is he going for some 3 gold robo all-in play? But now with this scan, not spotting those probes being transferred over here to the top left, Grubby might not be in too bad of a position. And he's still flying around with the Phoenixes. Meanwhile, Ourk, he's just having a lot of Marines, now finishing with a double reactor here on each barracks and going for the factory. So possible Stargate is still delayed quite a bit. The stim now finished for Ourk. What about an engineering bay? He's got an engineering bay finished, but for quite a while already, but he's not even going for the +1. And if you're operating so infantry heavy, you need to have the +1 pretty soon. I'm not saying that the +1 is the best upgrade in the world here, but the thing I'm saying is that the longer you delay the +1, the longer you actually delay the super powerful +2 and +3 attack upgrades. So that's why I'm not really liking the decision of Ourk not to upgrade this infantry forces a little bit sooner. And so now this factory is finished, of course allowing him to build a starport, and by lifting up this barracks you can build this starport directly next to the reactor, which of course is a good thing. So Ourk is permanently having some SCVs down here, because in case of an attack he can repair this bunker right away, because yes, he scanned and now he's scanning there once again and he's still not getting attacked. Now he's moving out with an SCV, and this SCV was not intercepted by Grubby's forces, but now this Zealot was spotting the whoa. If Ourk actually would have ignored this Zealot here at the Zellnagar watchtower and would directly move over here to the top left, he would be in such a good position, because yes, Ourk has still no freaking clue about this base. He scanned there, no, nothing is there as well, so he's in a perfect position. This SCV gets picked up in addition to other SCVs as well. Marines moving over there once again, only depleting some shields here of the Phoenixes. And for example, Mentor Phoenix here already at 6 kills, doing quite a good job. And the other Phoenixes as 2, 3 and 5 kills, so 16 kills in total. And Medivacs just popped out, SCV getting lifted up, but killing an SCV and losing a Phoenix, not actually worth it. But, and that's the big but he is meanwhile producing what? Colossi. He's got the transition done, and now with the scan here by Ourk, he knows about this robo facility. He does not know about the Colossus. So he's assuming Colossi, maybe some super powerful one-base Colossi, but yes, he's got the economy provided by this expansion, but now we see Ourk is moving out, and Grubby just microing those Phoenixes pretty nice, taking out this injured Medivac, this under Medivac, not at too many HP as well. And he knows about this, and knowing about an impending attack is so powerful most of the time. There we see Ourk moving just over there with a couple of units. Here are the Phoenixes spotting the Marauders getting lifted up right away. He needs to warp in some units to buy himself some time. This is exactly what he's doing. Meanwhile, Ourk is elevating some units here on the high ground. Another Colossus is about to pop out, but most likely this Colossus can get attacked and go down. The robo facility is about to go down. The Marauders are dead right now, and this Colossus just pops out of the robo facility just in time. So now he's trying to bomb rush, taking out this Colossus. Of course, with all those forces there, he will not be successful. Now it is time for Grubby to counter-attack. He's got a 20 supply lead. His expansion is revealed. So no need to hide any more stuff. Go for an expand and attack and do as much damage as possible. This should be the thing Grubby should do, and he's got the +1. Now, this is what I was talking about. We are 15 minutes in the game, and the +1 here for Ourk only halfway finished. This is not how you want to play. And here are the Phoenixes getting taken out pretty fast, but there's actually too many Colossi for Ourk to handle. Colossi doing brilliant damage here on the bottom side, Zealots and Stalkers on the top side, Viking flying away, Phoenix is picking up the Marauders, and there's just this one command center waiting. Ourk relocating his SCVs to repair this bunker, and one bunker will most likely not be enough, but actually there's no need for Grubby to attack. Just get more stuff and he should be fine. Of course, he needs to rebuild his robo facility just because he lost his old one. He needs to open up this gate as well. But with the third Nexus being finished, he is mining from basically 2 bases because there's not much left. But if there's not much left for the Protoss players, this automatically means there's not much left for the Terran player as well. He tried to go for some cliff walking here, took out a supply depot, but of course this is a little bit risky of a move considering those Vikings flying around here from left to right and trying to snipe some Colossi. But the only thing Grubby needs to go for is some Blink, Stalkers and some Phoenixes, and this is exactly what he's doing. Getting Blink, getting the +2 and getting some more Phoenixes. Another scan coming up here by Ourk. He knows about those Stalkers, and here are the Stalkers, here are the Phoenixes still flying around, trying to pick up single Marines. He needs to fly away. What about the Phoenixes? One going down, another Phoenix here, heavily injured with only 20 HP left. So, this command center was flying over there. Is there a unit on the low ground? No, there is not. But now there is, thanks to this Zealot. The Zealot is patrolling, so that's why he was not able to land this command center, but now he is. Of course, he needs to take out the Zealot to prevent any harassment from going on. Meanwhile, taking out this pilot and this Marine Marauder force by Ourk is not looking too bad, actually. I mean, Grubby killed quite a lot of stuff. Grubby was ahead in terms of economy quite a bit. Now this Zealot is going down, but the Zealot was not going down without a fight because the Zealot killed 2 more SCVs here. And Ourk is actually the one being ahead in terms of harvester count, so basically having the same supply means that Grubby is the one being ahead in terms of army supply. Now the +2 will be finished in 5 seconds. Maybe he should have waited 5 seconds more longer. But Ourk now with 10 Vikings just ripping those Colossi apart. But in the end, there's just a little bit too many forces here on the ground. And with the Stalkers being able to blink, now taking out one Viking after another, still pulling back. New Colossi arriving here, and he just needs to have a pilot at the front. He's having a pilot at the front. There was one Phoenix providing some vision. Here are the Zealots moving in the back there, but the Zealots, of course, without the charge, not doing too much damage, not even trying to kite with the Marauders here, so losing unnecessarily 3 more units here. The Zealots doing their damage. Meanwhile, I'm not sure why Grubby was not attacking this orbital command here by Ourk right now. He is not doing this, but he's just going for the main kill right away. Nice force fields here with the sentry. This one Viking, of course, will not be able to do anything at all because the Phoenix is already waiting their orbital command going down. Now Ourk trying to elevate those units. Of course, now the force field wears off. Grubby being able to catch those units, and now all the Marauders going down. And this Colossi is going down as well. So, Grubby a little bit too overconfident here with his Stalkers blinking in. but he's still in a 20-25 supply lead. Now the Stalk is moving in here. Not sure why he's not attacking those forces there. Now he is, and now we have to see and wait for those Stimp Marauders to move in. Now give me 1 second. I have to talk to my admin buddy to tell him which game I want to cast next. So here are the Stalkers once again. He needs to watch out. Blink on the high ground. Is he blinking away with the Stalkers? No, he's just moving on the high ground because then he can blink to the low ground, taking out another Viking. But not being too efficient there. And now actually after 22 minutes it is time for this Nexus to go down, to rebuild a Nexus here. Not rebuild, build a Nexus there in the first place. Go for the third expansion to be on 4 bases, because I mean he was in a pretty clear lead, but then he miraculously, not miraculously, he basically threw it away by just being a little bit too careless with mainly his Stalkers, and when he was attacking the natural expansion he just could have taken out all those forces one by one, but still having so many Phoenixes, Colossi and Stalkers. So here's another big engagement, and there was actually an Archon. Now more Marauders moving in here, and the Zealots not being able to get in position just in time here. More Stalkers moving in. Now the Zealots have the charge, being able to kite and tank those Marauders a little bit longer, but the question of course is at what cost. I mean, Grubby is doing a good job at just lifting out more Marauders, but the Marauders doing quite a lot of damage even though the forces have been repelled. After all, the question is at what cost, because Ourk still is behind in terms of units lost. 1,500 resources, about that, but he was behind a little bit more. But nice job once again. The Phoenixes providing the vision, the Stalkers with the blink providing the mobility, taking out more tech labs here. Now he sees more Marauders moving in, so he's moving away, blinking there, away. More Medivacs going down, more forces being lifted up, and just blinking away to the other side here, not taking any more damage. And Grubby needs to watch out. I mean, he had some Archons in the field, so I'm just checking if this is Templar Archive. Yet it is. Yes, it is. So he's got the Psystorm research, and one thing, of course, the Khadarian Amulet is removed, so if you want to storm the shit out of those bionic forces, he actually needs to have some High Templars there a little bit sooner so they can regenerate enough energy to storm right away. But Ourk is now moving away with his forces and retreating with the Marauders against an army where Phoenixes are a part of. More and more units just get lifted up. So here are the High Templars storming. Interesting storm, not doing too much, doing just a little bit of damage. Grubby needs to watch out. In this second storm, doing much more damage. We see a lot of the Marauders here are in the red right now, or in the yellow, so the Stalkers and the Colossi is becoming more and more efficient. Another Archon is here now in the middle participating, and there we see the GG. So I'm sorry that I got distracted with my admin buddy. He was asking me which game I wanted to cast, and I said, okay, I want to cast Moment against Beastie, because this is, in my opinion, a nice ZVT. And then we had some troubles because apparently they started the game. Now they did not start the game because, yeah, I just got an invite. So congratulations to Grubby before that, because Grubby is advancing to the semifinals. And I casted one game of Grubby last week. They was playing a PvP, which he lost out like after 24 minutes. And now he's showing some nice gameplay, even though we still see Grubby has a lot of room for improvement, especially considering that he was clearly in the lead, and then he was from 1 second to another, he just was throwing this game basically away by having by blinking with the stalker in, not paying too much attention to his colossi, but because of the fact that he was able to expand a little bit faster, having the second expansion up a little bit faster, he was in a good enough position to basically win this game. In the end, and after winning game number 1 on Taldarim Altar, and winning game number 2, he was able to 2-0 Ourk and advance to the semi-finals.